Hey guys, THUNDERSTUD here, and today I'm going to show you the deck I used to finish off Duel Level Max. Now, Duel Levels were going pretty well for me, even through all these water monsters and stuff like that. They were still confident enough to get through most of the first stage. First stage doesn't really get too hard ever, but it doesn't reach its maximum difficulty till about 19. Then people start to take it a little more serious. This is the deck I used to finally grind it out. It's Buster Blader, one of my very old favorite. Doesn't really see too much play anymore, but I'd say its current standing. It's using some Necro Fusions and some Charge the Light Brigade, so works out pretty well for keeping your Buster Blader, the Dragon Destroyer Swordsman, on the field as much as possible. I'm running 3. You could easily get 3 out in a single duel. It's very easy. Lets us streamline just 2 Swordsman Fusions, 2 Necro Fusions. It's more than enough to get our boy all out. And we're just running support synchros. Now, we can only use 2 Charge of the Light Brigade. I'm only using 1 Lumina, 2 Raiden. So it's not, you're not going to be making synchro plays every single duel. Most of it is your Dragon Destroyer and really hoping you have that DNA Surgery. That's the magic combo. They would have to have a Cosmic Cyclone, and you would have to not have your Mana Dragon Zertron. So what does he do if a spell or trap card you control leaves the field because of an opponent's effects, or virtually anything, and is now in the graveyard or banished, so pretty much anything. You can special summon this card from your graveyard or hand, then you set 1 spell or trap that was banished or in the graveyard to your spell trap zone, so it'll bring DNA Surgery right back. Works out pretty well. And he's a dragon, which is important because obviously you need a dragon. We only have 4 in the deck, so you really need to mill him or just draw into him. Obviously Whelp's our best dragon and he will search our Fusion Destruction. We have effectively 4 copies of Buster Blader with his emblem. And yeah, like I said, just 5 Lightsworn, 4 dragon, 4 Buster Blader, 4 means to a fusion, and then our beautiful DNA Surgery. Now it's just such an impressive combo with DNA Surgery. We're using Destiny Draw, and it's usually on DNA Surgery, so we're really making sure we can get it. Now as for that little synchro support, we have a bunch of 7s. We have Fortune, we have Michael as our removal. I'm using Michael over a Black Rose because he's a little better. Black Rose obviously wouldn't stay on the field, and we don't really have too many follow-ups who can attack directly or anything like that. So I like to stick with the Michael. Also have a Zeta, very strong, and a Star Eater. Find Star Eater is really worth it because that's 4 plus 7, that's 11. We do have means to 8s, but that would be Whelp plus Buster Blader. But usually you're not really going to want to do that, so I haven't put any 8 synchros in the deck at all. This deck just takes advantage of how strong DNA Surgery is. It's very oppressive. People scoop very quickly, as you'll see in a lot of these replays. It's just a fun deck. It's casual Duel Links. I like just playing this way, just waiting for my DNA Surgery and just chilling. It's like you don't even have to pay attention to your opponent. Just getting this oppressive combo on the field. Not too much defensively, so you gotta take that Destiny Draw damage to really finish off your combos if you're not just starting with them, but it's generally enough to really get you those wins and enough to get you Duel Level Max. So if you're a big Buster Blader fan like I am, and I'm sure a lot of you are, try it out. He's still around, still killing it till Konami finally has had enough with DNA Surgery and they stop us from it. But till then, I'll keep revisiting them constantly and hope you guys enjoy, so thanks for watching. Alright, here we are facing a Carly Carmine going first. Let's leave our map for a girl over there. Got some Necro Fusions and some Raidens to potentially fuel those Necro Fusions. It's just tough because we have Buster Bladers in our hand. We mill a Charge and a Fusion, so we're going to use that to send the Buster Blader to the graveyard. Give us a Fusion, set our Necro Fusion. Raiden mills 2 more. He did mill our Mana Dragon, which means Necro Fusion is in fact live. Fighting straight up Fortune ladies, really don't see that too often anymore. Doing this whole combo. Really seems like a roundabout way to bring out a Fortune lady now that we have plenty of faster ways, but he's still doing it. Still got a 4 hand using Time Passage to get really fat. 2300, that's Destiny Draw. Probably not worth it doing that for him because now we get 2 finish off the trifecta with DNA surgery, and he's gonna have a really tough time getting over DNA surgery in this Necro. So we let her effect go, not a big deal. Normal summons another Fortune Lady. That's our chance for the Necro fusion. Bring out the Destroyer. DNA is already on the field, all poly. That means you're done for. He brings out another Synchro Vermilion Dragon Mech. Nothing he can really do. Now this is my favorite part of Buster Blader decks. People never remember that he can't attack directly. He can only pierce monsters, so he tries to econ take for lethal, 1700. Good idea. But now he knows exactly what this monster does. We're able to normal summon our top deck Whelp, search a fusion sword, but Whelp will bring out Buster Blader. We can actually start threatening his life points. We still have a fusion down there. Any monster he brings out, it's gonna be a dragon. We can use it with a fusion, we just pierce it, whatever we want to do, so we're really not afraid of his Fortune Lady every. Using vision, search another light. But unless he gets a Cosmic Cyclone, there's not really much he's gonna be able to do. He's trying to econ take once again, but we're just going to Necro Fusion. He tries to take one of our boys, so we're just gonna fuse our own Buster Blader with the Swordsman and just bring out another Swordsman. So not really much he could do there. We get another emblem that's going to give us our last Buster Blader from the deck. Only 7 cards left in our deck, even faster than that boy with all his draw power. Then we hit him for 1,000 on his lady. Try to bring her back. No point. Time limits me out. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here's Seto Kaiba versus. We're going first. This boy was trying to catch a rank up. So lots of dynamic. Using Ultimate Dragons, as well as a Blue Eyes sleeve and mat, so he's fully committed. We're starting with a charge of Light Brigade. First we're going to use our Emblem Destroyer to thin our deck a little, then we'll start milling. 2 Whelps and a Lumina, not very good, so we have to search a Raiden. Set our Swordman's Destruction, Raiden mills another Whelp and a Necro Fusion, then we mill a DNA Surgery and a Buster Blader. But here, we're going to use our Swordsman Fusion on our own Buster Blader and our own Mana Dragon. But look what we're fighting Blue Eyes. So this guy's gonna have a really hard time getting Nova. So we also top deck a Necro Fusion, which is live. We have plenty of mats in the graveyard to do it. Here we swing into Maiden. That brings out Buster Blader. So we probably could have did fat damage if we attacked with the Raiden first onto the Maiden with Eyes of Blue. He used his Head Judge in our end phase to destroy or take our Raiden. No big deal, he's not going to do much with him. He mills a Poly and an Econ of himself. Brings out Trishula, who is also a dragon. Sets Power of the Guardians, and then we show him Necro Fusion for a second Destroyer. We're just going to keep swinging into him. We do piercing damage, so eventually we'd get him. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are versus Yami Yugi. Going first, poor boy's going to catch a rank down. Using a Blue Eyes mat. So we have our Lumina and Raiden, but nothing in our graveyard. So we're going to start with Raiden. He mills a Dragon and a Necro Fusion, not super helpful. But then we mill another Raiden, which is super helpful for our Lumina. Now we're fighting Lunalights. So this boy can't quite OTKS, so he goes into a Saber Dancer. Emerald Bird will special summon. Butterfly usually boosts attack. We've shown DNA Surgery like there's a Battle Trap, but that does not scam. We take 1900, 100 off Destiny Draw, very rough. But we top deck a Buster Blader, which means with DNA Surgery I'm able to take his own Saber Dancer to make my Dragon Destroyer. Haven't even used my Lumina, but she has nothing to discard for her effects anyway, so it's mostly just damage. 200 away from lethal on our boy. Mill a little more, we get a Buster Whelp, 2 Buster Whelps, and a DNA Surgery. He Destiny draws and scoops. Very weird, very rare. Probably realizes he doesn't have the means out of a Buster Blader combo. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are versus Yami Yugi. Going first, poor boy's gonna catch a rank down. Using a Blue Eyes mat. So we have our Lumina and Raiden, but nothing in our graveyard. So we're gonna start with Raiden. He mills a Dragon and a Necro Fusion, not super helpful. But then we mill another Raiden, which is super helpful for our Lumina. Now we're fighting Lunalights. So this boy can't quite OTKS, so he goes into a Saber Dancer. Emerald Bird will special summon. Butterfly usually boosts attack. We've shown DNA Surgery like it's a battle trap, but that does not scare me. We take 1900, 100 off Destiny Draw, very rough. But we top deck a Buster Blader, which means with DNA Surgery I'm able to take his own Saber Dancer to make my Dragon Destroyer. Haven't even used my Lumina, but she has nothing to discard for her effects anyway, so it's mostly just damage. 200 away from lethal on our boy. Mill a little more, we get a Buster Whelp, 2 Buster Whelps, and a DNA Surgery. He Destiny Draws and scoops. Very weird, very rare. Probably realizes he doesn't have the means out of a Buster Blader combo. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing a Yami Yuki. Going second. This boy is trying to rank up in a different language. So this is essentially a brick for sure. Now it's really a brick. We don't even use our emblem. That's how hard we're breaking. Here our boy's going Poly. Straight 3 into a Saber Dancer. We're gonna show me as a dragon. Make him rethink his decisions. He did rethink his decisions. Didn't attack. Didn't want to do Destiny Draw, I guess. So we show him DNA Surgery, but it's too late. We Swordsman Fusion with his own Cat Dancer. The combo is complete. We even have 2 DNA Surgeries and a Mana Dragon. So he has to remove the monster. There's no removing the DNA Surgery. But he scoops regardless. Quick duels. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing a Yusei. Going first. So this is the actual dual level max rank up. I think we're both going for max too, because we're both 19. So pretty intense situation. Here we search our Buster Blader. Look at this. That's all we need. DNA Surgery, Welt Blader Fusion. What more could you ask for in this deck? The boy sets a monster. He tries to use Night Beam. Here's the weakness of Night Beam, guys. He's aiming our Swordsman Destruction. Remember, you can't chain to Night Beam. But I don't have to chain to Night Beam if I chain to DNA Surgery. So we chain DNA Surgery to Night Beam, then we chain Fusion Swordsman to DNA Surgery, and we've completely circumvented Night Beam's ability, and we still get our Swordsman Fusion out with DNA Surgery, and the boy scoops. So not the most eventful dual level max duel, but that's what it is with this kind of stuff. That was probably sheer Nui we fought. That was probably a face down Spectral Sword. No real means to know in the KC Cup, can't really check decks. But pretty certain that's what it was, so quick scoops, even from top tier decks, all thanks to DNA Surgery and our Destroyer. Love this deck, guys. It's always gonna play. It's always gonna play until Konami does something about DNA Surgery. But it's not popular enough for them to have to, so it's always gonna be a cheap way to sneak some wins with our boy Buster Blader. Always gonna love it. Hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks for watching.